Alright, good morning once more. We'll be working on the tutorial for the alternative assessment number 1 exercise. What is this exercise? This is exercise number 1. Okay, so we'll be dealing with cases that are seen both in a combination of orthogonal views, and this time we will not be limited with the use of simply rectangular figures, and we'll be seeing some complexities with regards to the back portion and the right side portions of our 3D models, as we will see when we have accomplished our computer aided model. So let's start. For this one, we'll be choosing our scene to be in parallel projection once more, going to the isometric view scene, and again we'll be starting, of course, with our 4x4x4 grid or cube. In the previous exercise, I have used the line to create my cube. This time, I'll be starting with the rectangle tool or command. So pressing R, this makes the app start with the rectangle. And now in the dimensions, we have two numbers separated by a comma. So I'll just be inputting 4, 4 to create a 4x4 rectangle, and then using the press pull tool, drag this upwards and putting 4 in our VCB to have a 4x4x4 cube. Now, what do we need to create from this 4x4x4 cube? Let's see, how do we work with this? Okay, so a big portion is removed in the portion for the right face, or for the right side face. So let's check on it. We could remove 3 units going to the back with just a triangle. So let's try to do that. We have here 2 units from the right side going to the left. So from this endpoint, I'll be measuring 2, or since it is the midpoint of our line segment, we could just use the midpoint. Here's the midpoint. And then create a triangle by connecting this midpoint to the endpoint at the bottom. Now we have a triangle surface here. We'll just be using the press pull to drag this backward by 3 units as shown in our orthogonal projections, as well as our isometric 3D model. That's 3. Now we already have that back portion, or not yet. So let's try to complete that. We have here the rectangular portion, but in this case, it's still in a letter L mode. So to finish that, let us close this one. We have it. When you look at the top view, we could see that there's nothing in this portion. As you can see, no red lines. Therefore, we could just use press pull for this one and then drag this down. But we cannot see it from the front view if you're working on the isometric view, which is due front, front, front and right side. So let's check other isometric views. Maybe this will do. Okay, so this portion here that shows the left side and the back, the complete opposite of what we are used to work on. So I'll be dragging this using press pull, and then it's completely removed. Now we have this figure that is shown from the top to have 2 units by 1 unit. So 2 units by 2 units by 1 unit. And then from the front to be 2 units by 4 units. So 2 units by 4 units. Let's go back to the front right side isometric. Now, what do we miss? So there's the slide, but the slide should be in the shape of a letter L that is flipped vertically or diagonally. There's the triangle once more at a triangle or a wedge slice from the bottom. So we'll try to create that. In order to do that, we'll be joining the midpoint of the bottom portion. Seem to not find it. Ayun. So we get the midpoint. And then, how do I know where to connect this one? So, in the previous portion, I need to create a triangle. So, I cannot, I could, but it would not be much appreciated from your perspective. So, I need to work on the front view a little bit. So, this is the midpoint. And then, I need to work on where do I connect it at this point. So, going back to the front view, I could see here that it should be one unit away from the right side. So, how do I find it? One unit from the right side, and then 2 units from the bottom. Okay, so let's measure that. So I need 1 here, 1 from the right side, so that endpoint, and then 2 going upward. And has shown me that it should be the midpoint. Just click on that. Anyway, it measures 2 meters in the BCB. So 1 unit by 2 units. Now, I could connect. I could now connect this 1 meter here. The 1 meter or the midpoint has been replaced by another midpoint. This is now 1.5 because I have added a line segment here which measures 1 meter. So let's create another 1 meter here so that we could have an endpoint. And then this endpoint, which was the previous midpoint a while ago, can now be connected to here. Allow me to remove this one so that I could just simply drag the surface that will be created later on. Look here. If I will not be removing this, I'll have to press pull twice. And I don't want to actually do that. So I'll just remove this one by clicking on it and then pressing delete or using the erase tool, whichever is more convenient for you. But I'll be clicking on this surface now. It's a triangle. And then use press pull until the edge of my 2x4 box. Then by clicking on that, should be stopping. That's it. Then I could now, oh, sorry, got excited a bit too much. Should just be press pull by 2 units. Okay, there you have it. We now have a bit of resemblance with our 3D model. Now, let's work on the portion that is placed at the left side. So for the left side, I need to create a sloping portion. Then it gains a flat or a plane once it reaches 2 units above ground. So let's again draw from our front. Here it says I have to draw vertical of 2 units. 2 units. Basically, it's the midpoint. And then from that midpoint, I have to have a 1 unit going to the right. 1 unit. And then from the endpoint of this 1 unit, I can connect that to the endpoint of the previous triangle, making a seemingly diagonal surface. But from this point, I could remove the upper portion now until the back portion so that it is completely removed. However, from the top view, I could see that there's only a 1x1 unit left on the left side. However, if we are to go to this portion, let's check on the left side. This is the left side. Let's check for the isometric that produces that. Okay. This is that portion. Now, right now, what remains is a 3x1, 3x1, 3, 1. But from the top view, it says that it's just 1x1. So we have to remove a portion of this. To do that, we need to create a line 1 meter over the edge. I just click on it because in the VCB it's 1 meter. Then going to the edge. That is the good thing when working with unit measurements. So 1, okay, have it. This is the portion that I want to leave behind, and this is the portion that I want to remove. Clicking on this, going down so that I could remove it. There you have it. This is the back of the 3D that you have created your third quarter exercise. This is how it looks. This is how it looks. And just to produce the dimensions, let's take a look at them. This is 2 meters. This is 4 meters. From this point to this point, it's 2 meters. This point to this point, it's another. Okay, now it's time for us to color our work. What were the color schemes that we used? For all that you see from the top, we color them red. Let's color them red. Is that all? Let's check from the top. These two portions are not solely for the top view. So let's leave them for a while. Let's go to the front view. What is the color for our front? It's blue. So all those that you can see from the front will be colored blue. So this portion here, and this portion here. Let's check from the front view. Are these shapes, or are these areas same as those in the front orthographic view? They are. Okay. Then let's go to the side view. How do we color them? These side view areas should be colored yellow. However, only this portion should be colored yellow because this is the only one that is limited only to right side view. These two slopes are a combination of the top view. You could see this from the top. You could see this from the top. You could see this from the right side. That's why it doesn't have a color. Thus, we will be combining their colors. We have here red and we have here yellow. We are to combine them. It's colored orange. Okay? So this is orange. This is red. This is yellow. This is blue. Okay? And that would be the end for our work if we're just limited to this isometric view. That should be concluded already. Now let us export all the needed ones. So for this one, let's put a title for this one. This is AA1 E1 Demo. I've saved that so that when I download, you'll be getting that same name. So, oh, sorry, I forgot. I have to put my initials. So, let's do the JDAM once more. E E move all those. Oh, move the unnecessary portions. Says now I have a work. It's time to download the SKP 21 and newer. Download the PNG, which is starting with the isometric. Zoom this a bit so that we could see it as big as possible. Export as PNG. Then there are four more that we need to download. PNG once more for the top view. Again for download PNG. This time this is the top view. We need now the front view. Next is the side view or the right side view. This is the right side view. And then the last two, we need the back. This is the back view. And lastly, the left side. Again, you can color the back view and the right side view as you wish, but they are not required. Only those that are represented in the original isometric view are there. That's it for the exercise 1. Luck with your